we didn't film it, but we got the Ranger inside. It wasn't very eventful. Didn't have to go real far. It was just right outside after we got the Jeep out. So I got it in, I got it cleaned up, and we're starting to finish up some of the front suspension. That was really close before we left off last time. Basically, we were missing a couple parts, some misalignment spacers, and a few other things, bushings for the leaf springs, odds and ends. So we have those. We're gonna try to get the radius arms completely welded up today, as well as radius arm brackets made and installed on the truck, and hopefully get the beams completely welded up after that. If we have a little bit of time today, we may start mocking up some shocks, but kind of see how it goes. We got the radius arms finished up here, waiting for the paint to dry on them. And those are done. Working on finishing up these brackets James made to mount them up. And those are the brackets we made for the coilover mounts. So, gotta drill some holes, and then we'll get them in here. So yeah, we just finished up the radius arm mounts. Now we're gonna start working on getting the old temporary brackets. You can see them right here. Look at that ugly bastard. We just used some flat stock with some holes in it to get the rough idea of placement where they were gonna be, and know how big to make the brackets. Now the brackets are made, we're gonna knock those off, clean up the frame, and get the new brackets going. Welcome back, nerds. We are in the garage today working on the Ranger. The goal today is to get the beams completely welded up and ready to go back under the truck. We got the radius arms done the other day, so that will complete the two main components of the front suspension. If we have some time, we're also going to try to get some mock-up placement for the coilovers so we can see what those are going to look like, see how everything's going to fit packaging-wise. What do you think?
Yeah, we're about there. We did have to pull the Jeep out just because we're still trying to find parts for that. So it's going to sit in the snow for a little bit, and we're just back on the Ranger, kind of plugging along with what we can for now.
Yeah, probably have you cut and fit that while I'm starting to heat this. And you can see like this part right here, this is why I put the clamp on it to suck that in. Yeah. You know, deal. And I had to beat the dog on this bottom part to get this part to fit. Down here. everything's flat and then this part tucked in. And I didn't want to have a gap and then we have to like weld the piece in there. And I noticed what a lot of guys do is they'll do this plate and then they'll do another plate that only comes to like right here, or even like right here. You'll see them have another just to like double plate that section, which we can do if we want. This is where our shock's going to be, and that's going to be boxed. And I feel like most of the force is going to be coming down right in here. So as long as this area is nice and strong, I think we'll be okay. I don't think you really tend to see them bending up here as much, you know? So, because like, this is rotation, this is where all your force is going to be between the end and here and our shock mounting. That's what's going to have like the shear when we snap it off. Yeah. Everything in here is going to be supported by the shock mounting. Okay, we're going to have a little plate in here, but we do is these suck in there. Yeah. So, I think we'll get this bottom piece cut and fit while I'm heating up. Yeah. I think we just copied this bracket from the other side, right? You're actually taking your template. Yeah. So this one may need a slight bit of modification. Not much. Looks really good. So I'm thinking, and what I did is I kind of like got all this squared away, you know, and then I clamped all this because it's easier to clamp with intersections. So we're trying to plate these I-beams that we've cut and extended. Anytime you're welding to a cast material like this, you want to try to preheat it. I think roughly around 500 degrees. It makes it weld easier. It also like equalizes the temperature, so that way this doesn't crack as it's cooling. Because the ton of heat that you put into it by welding, obviously like changes metal, changes when it expands, it heats.
Because you can't weld cast.
You can't do that. You can't weld cast. So yeah, so we're gonna try to heat it up. Yes, this is the slowest possible way you can do it. It took me 2 hours to heat the last beam up enough to get it to weld. But our oxyacetylene is out of gas. We don't really have a whole lot of other options. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're heating the beam up. This is the plate James made. We're gonna weld it over the top. Basically, the box structure underneath here is how we've extended it. Obviously, gives us our extra track width. More stability, more travel. So that's the plan. That's what we're doing here. And now you get to watch me heat it up forever.
We'll be right back.
And now you put it in the oven at 350 for 2 hours.
So it's golden brown.
Yeah, until crispy.
30 degrees and snowing.
Yeah, go give him a shot outside too.
Yeah.
Since we're done with that,
We can't really do much as far as like shock mount stuff or anything until the beams are done. So
Finished.
hang it back in there.
Yeah.
Oh, you can drill out all these with those 916s because these are the lower shock bolts or mounts, you know. I looked in there.
No, I'm gonna have to go through all my shit.
Okay. Well, we have one pair for now. Okay. Which will, like, you know, I think this is Scotch pad behind the seat. You grab it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, for the upper and lower shock mounts should be. Oh, look at that. Those are big. But I mean, you got 3/8 plus washers. That's, I think it's gonna be dang near
Yeah.
perfect. So.
I only grabbed the 4 washers for that, so hopefully.
Yeah,
we
2
can
each
do
side.
it.
2 each side should be quarter inch ish. They're a little less than 8, but if they're a little loose, it's not a big deal because we still got to get grade 5 for those. These are kind of just our temporary ones because they don't have them properly shaped. Remember?
Yeah. Okay.
That's why we went cheap on those, but we went grade 8 on everything else. Cool. So we got these ready to go, which is good. We got to get a drill bit so we can drill the holes in the radius arm brackets.
Yeah.
They're over there, and then bolts for the radius arm brackets.
Okay, so I'm just drilling the radius arm mounts now. They're a little funky because one's going to step down. We're going to have nut boxing them in and doing all that. But for now, I'm just drilling some more holes and stuff.
So we got the brackets for the radius arms. Most of the way made. You can see in the video we got them tacked up, and then we ran out of welding wire. Which sucks. Be ready to go and run out of something small like that.
Yeah.
It kind of kills our plans. We were hoping to get the radius arm brackets on today, get the radius arms measured up and set. So that way, when the beams were done, we were ready to just put the beams in. But unfortunately, it's going to have to wait till next time. So we did make a little bit of progress today, but not everything we wanted to get done.
Yeah, made good progress, honestly, considering we didn't have our bolts that we needed, so we had to make a hardware store run, amongst a few other things, but it definitely went really well, and yeah, we'll come back with more supplies and hit it again potentially tomorrow, but either way, you'll see the next video. All right.
There we go, that's better.